My dear one, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, or that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full, poor self. And I no greater father.
More to know, to never meddle with my thoughts.
'Tis time I should inform thee, father. Lend thy hand, and pluck my magic garment from thee, son. Lie there, my arm. Wipe thou thine eyes. Have comfort. The direful spectacle of the wreck I have with such provision in mine art, so safely ordered, that not so much as an petition of an hair gets into any creature in the vessel which thou sawest sink. Sit down, for thou must now know farther.
You have often begun to tell me what I am, concluding, stay, not yet.
The hour's now come. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out 3 years old.
Certainly, sir. I can. 'Tis far off and rather like a dream than assurance my remembrance warrants. Had I not 4 or 5 women that once attended me?
Thou hast. And more, Miranda. 12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since. Thy father was the Duke of Milan, a prince of power.
Sir, are you not my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter, and thy father was Duke of Milan, and thou his only heir and princess.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play have we that we came from thence?
My brother and thy uncle called Antonio, he whom next thyself of all the world I loved. To him put the manage of my state, as at that time I, Prospero, the prime duke, being so reputed for the liberal arts without a parallel, those being my study, the government I cast upon my brother. Dost thou attend me?
Sir, most heedfully. Oh, good sir, I do.
I pray thee, mark me. I, thus neglecting worldly ends in my false brother, awakened an evil nature. He, being thus lauded, made such a sinner of his memory, to credit his own lie, he did believe he was indeed the Duke. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
To have no screen between this part he played and him he played it for, of temporal royalties. He now thinks me incapable, confederates with the King of Naples, to subject his coronet to his crown, and bend the dukedom yet unbowed, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens!
The King of Naples being an enemy, hearkens my brother's suit, which was that he, in lieu of homage, and I know not how much tribute should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan on my brother, whereon, one midnight, did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of the darkness, the ministers hurried thence for the purpose, me and thy crying self.
Alack for pity! I not remembering how I cried out then, will cry out over again. Wherefore that hour did they not destroy us?
They dost not. So dear the love my people bore me, but with colours fairer painted their foul ends. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, a rotten carcass of a ship, not rig nor tackle, sail nor mast, the very rats instinctively had quitted. There they hoist us, to cry to the sea, which roared to us.
Alack, what trouble was I then to you?
Oh, thou wast that did preserve me. Thou didst smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven.
How camest we ashore?
By providence divine, some food we had, and some fresh water, that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, did give us out of his charity, along with rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries of his gentleness. Knowing I love my books, he furnished me with books that I prize above all my dukedom.
Oh, would I but ever see this man! And now, I pray you, sir, for 'tis still beating on my mind, your reason for raising this sea storm.
By accident most strange, misfortune now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore. I find my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence, if I now court but not omit, my fortunes will ever after droop. Here, see small questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good darkness. Give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servant. Come. I am ready now. Approach my Ariel. Come.
All hail, great master. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on coloured clouds, to thy strong bidding task,